Dr. J, not gonna lie, I had a tough day. Normally, I try to work hard, but today I didn't slay. You know, my backyard is Bombay, but normally, sometimes it just doesn't go my way. And I could act like Bollywood or go a little Hollywood like Tina Fey, but today was not a good day. What you gotta say?
Seems like you've come down with a case of being a bitch.
I think this is the response I get when I go to South Bombay for a therapy session. Damn. That's all you got in your vocabulary? Come on.
Dr. J, why don't you give him a prescription? What can he do to recover from
I'm gonna prescribe a couple.
Go to Numa. Spend a lot on a tequila shot. Yeah? Does sound about right?
I'd say 3 sets of bench.
Okay.
4 sets of bicep curls, superset optional.
Okay.
You know, bi-weekly hang sesh with the boys.
With the boys.
Pursue, lots of it, of course.
Cheers.
And if that doesn't work, there's a great massage parlor behind the studio. You can use code BJ to get a special surprise at the end. So you know,
You have a lifetime membership
I have
there,
a
right?
lifetime membership, yeah.
You do.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Having Said That show. I'm your co-host Adi alongside Jay.
What's up, guys?
Guys, on today's episode, we have Mr. Rahul Shahani, aka Shah Rule, with us.
Oh, let's go.
Yes.
Thank you for pulling up.
Thank you for having me.
I have a very interesting story to share.
Oh, shit.
So,
We going in. You're not even going to ask how I got my name or what? No? Damn.
so I don't know if you remember, but I mean, of course you remember, you were in the movie Gully Boy.
Yes.
Right before I left for college, the AD of Gully Boy, Arjun, had directed a music video in which I was featured, right? And he told me, yo, you should come and audition for a role for Gully Boy. So I went in, auditioned, and then they asked me, hey, are you going to be here in September? This was right before I was leaving for college. So I was like, oh shit, no, I won't be there.
Yeah.
The role I auditioned for is the role you played.
Wow.
Yeah.
You auditioned for Shah
I
Rule?
auditioned. No,
Damn, that's a good role.
I auditioned for the.
I'm glad I got that role.
I auditioned for the rich brat who has the kind of
Damn.
But what was your experience like, man? That was I guess the way the mainstream found you.
Yeah.
What was that like, man?
It was great. It was great. Honestly, like it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like I think it really put the whole scene on a different level. It gave like obviously, you know, hip hop and like our genre is so like fuck the system and all that stuff. I can swear, right?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
It's like fuck the system, that type of shit. So like you don't need normally hip hop thing is not to need the mainstream's approval, but obviously as you know, hip hop in India is growing. It's what it was in the late 80s and early 90s. That's what's happening here in India. So getting that approval of, you know, a commercial platform like Bollywood, which is like the bread and butter here, is just going to propel everyone and put everyone on the next level and allow for things like brands to come in and really put in money. And you're getting like a, you know, a full cosign from, especially like a director like Zoya Akhtar, that we got super blessed. That's our first movie to be working on. You know what I mean? She's such a great storyteller. The way her set was so welcoming to us, and it just celebrated us. Like everyone on set was so just listening to our music all the time. Someone like Ranveer is super humble and hugging every rapper and rapping everyone's songs to you know each rapper, and just it was a great vibe.
I mean, I know that the release that you just put out, Call You Right Back, I'm in Therapy, which is out now.
Yes.
That is, I guess, your first independent release in a while. I'm sure before Gully Gang, that was the scene.
Yes.
But was that movie kind of the beginning point for you and Gully Gang, or were you already working with them before?
No, I mean, I knew Divine. We were friends, but we had never worked professionally in that sense. But 2018, we shot Gully Boy.
Yeah.
So I had auditioned in 2017. So I guess that's when you went off the...
Sure.
Yeah. 2018 was when we shot it. It was done by like April of 2018. So like we were all super excited, like all thinking, oh, we're going to blow up. In February 2019, we're going to blow up. You know, like everyone's asking, oh, what's your next thing? Oh, you don't even know how we're going to blow up, right? But at the same time, from the end of the shoot till 2019, we're all just like, yo, stack up your music, get yourself ready, because whatever wave does come from it, you just have to be ready.
Of course.
And I think around October 2018, Divine was heavily like touring, you know, just doing his thing. And he asked me and DJ Proof and D-Evil to join for a few shows, because he was just starting to kind of toy with the idea of, launching his own label. And officially he launched it in May of 2019, but we were already like kind of, just verbally, like we got this thing going, we want you a part of it, and
I don't know if this is too personal to ask,
Yeah.
but why the departure from Gully Gang?
just to take it to the next level. Like I think like 4 years with Gigi, was like, Gigi's still family, like
Of course.
Viv is like an older bro, and I really respect, like, first as a fan, of what he's done. His discography is like just so respectable. Like, I, not to be biased because I've been a part of all 3 albums, I genuinely like, those are the only 3 albums I really listen to in Desi hip hop, like on the regular, like. And
Rude, but okay. I'm kidding.
but like, no. In the sense of, I think the way, like, the first 3 albums of any artist is like defining.
Yeah, sure.
And bro, you and me, we don't have the generic, come from the streets story.
Of course,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And like hip hop's roots are deep rooted in that, from the streets and from, taking something, going from nothing and, making something of it. And he has that story, and the way he's put it out there and made something for himself is so respectable. And it's inspired like generations of, and generations to come as well. So to be close to it, but also be a fan first and, like see, be a part of it and learn so much from it, because I've put together mixtapes and albums before I moved to India, and it was just me sitting in a room doing all that. Even this album was a lot of that, but it was a lot of all the learnings I got from being with Gigi, dropping an EP with Gigi, doing all these singles, working on Divine's albums and other projects and stuff, and just learning the whole process, not just making the music. Like, how are you gonna package it? How are you gonna market it? How are you gonna, do all the, how are you gonna work with other people? Like, I was, before moving to India, I was just like this mad scientist in a room, like just making, stupid fucking music.
Yeah, I mean, something that definitely caught my eye was just the packaging and rollout of your entire album. And I even love the kind of appearances you've done. The video you dropped yesterday on your YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed that.
Thank you, bro.
I was wondering, you said that obviously you were put into this mix of these artists from the streets. Now,
Yeah.
I can relate to like the aspect of not being from there and kind of getting the criticism for that as well.
Sure, yeah.
I can't even imagine what you had to probably deal with being in direct contrast with these guys.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I think at the end of the day, we all had a common goal. We all loved hip hop. We all wanted to use our voices in some sort of positive way and like tell our story, whatever that story is. And I think we all had this, we're all driven, like that drive of making something of yourself and going after a dream. And I think that's like deep rooted in Divine. So I think when he approached me for Gigi, he also knew that I bring a different skill set to the team in terms of songwriting.
Of course.
And, I studied audio engineering and stuff. So like from that sense, he was looking at the entire picture, me, DJ Proof, D Evil were the first guys to kind of be on board for that. So he's looking from like, D Evil's like an OG in the scene who's like, he like breathes Bombay, like he is Bombay, so.
Dude, I love him. I've tried to get him on a feature for so long and he just won't do it.
We gotta call him up. You gotta get a lot of weight in the.
I guess an interesting aspect is also the fact that you've spent a lot of your life not in India. You're born in Hong Kong, raised in Moscow, and then studied in London, came here.
Yeah.
The most interesting, Moscow. What was that like, dude? How long were you there?
No, I was there from 2000 till about 2007. 2002 till 2007. But then I was always, I was in boarding school in London. So all my breaks were, summer, winter, all, half term breaks were all visiting Moscow.
So those were like your teenagers you spent? Okay.
Teenage years, like before pre-teen years. And then when I turned 14, I moved to London to boarding school. But I didn't realize how racist it was. I was a kid. And Moscow is a very big city. So you're just constantly in the car going from place to place. It's cold, right? So you're not going to walk on the street a lot. And my school was a American international school. So like a lot of cultures, and I think 11% was Indian. So maybe there was like one student in my grade, which was Indian as well, but he had an American accent. So it wasn't even like I was around my culture so much in school. Yeah. But my parents were part of the Indian community over there. Not that many Sindhis over there, but Diwalis and all that stuff we would have. But the only Indian culture I really had was at home, which was Bollywood, and Mondays I would be veg, so I would eat sai bhaji, which is Sindhi, which I hated then, which I kind of love now. Moscow was great because I don't know, it's just a different culture, right? When I was older, I saw how crazy the nightlife was. And I mean, that's where I kind of discovered hip hop as well as a kid, like going to these like pirated warehouses and finding CDs of 8 Mile and like watching 8 Mile on a pirated cassette and shit. And like learning like 50 Cent, like the craze of G-Unit in Russia was insane.
I think everywhere around the world.
Everywhere around the world, for sure.
Are you going for his concert in November?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Of course.
Awesome,
I've seen him live a few times, but like that was the first concert I went to. He came to Russia.
Might be one of my top like 3 artists of all time.
Especially when it comes to hooks.
He's great.
The guy is goated.
He's great.
Goated, yeah.
So we researched that you started kind of working on music super young when you were like 12. I think you were working on your dad's business jingles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love to know more about that. But is it also true that we can fact check this? Is it also true that you wanted to be an actor?
I always tried to do plays in school. I think the only acting experience like officially is Gully Boy, and I don't really like it was just me learning that verse because in Hindi, my Hindi is not great. So like it was a lot of just me getting the accent right, but they're like, no, your accent's
That's what we want.
and her accent is great.
It must have been pretty cool for you to grow up watching 8 Mile and then go and do Gully Boy like that.
But you know what?
And that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
That's
what's
pretty
so
cool.
crazy? Like, everyone's gonna relate that to 8 Mile, but at the same time, like, I think if you really digest that movie, it's so Bombay.
Yeah.
That movie is so Bombay. And even the fact is, like, 8 Mile doesn't have those, like, when you see an Indian movie and they have to make it controversial, they'll always make it Hindu versus Muslim, right?
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Sorry to make it controversial on the podcast, but I'm saying that's normally that's like the main thing, right? Like I like this new Rocky Rani was like a totally different thing. It was a North Indian family and a Bengali family, right? Yeah. So it's just something a little different than the usual norm. But like that was Gully Boy. Gully Boy had that, those main themes which you see in a Bollywood movie, but it had this hip hop aspect. Obviously, it is dramatized in a way. So I get the obvious reference because which other hip hop movie do you know with a rap battle? Like just name another one. Like Get Rich or Die Trying didn't have a rap battle scene. It was just gangster shit, right? He was in jail. It was all that. Like,
I'm not familiar with them.
Oh, the movie that he dropped as well.
No, I haven't watched the movie.
Yeah, it's a movie as well. He dropped it with.
Oh shit, I haven't watched that.
It's great.
bro, you're a rapper. You know what? Get Rich or Die Trying?
I pirated that shit when I was like,
Bro,
15 years.
like,
That's his favorite album of all time. He's never told me about
but
this
the movie is
It's
fucking
a
crazy.
good movie. It's not that good, but it's a good movie. He gets like
bro.
he gets like shot 8 times and everything in that.
Okay.
No. That's a great movie. I think it's a
It is a
little.
good movie.
I like it a little more than 8 Mile, to be honest. I don't know.
Just because I like 50 Cent more than Eminem.
It's a great movie. It's a great
I
movie.
disagree, but
Yeah,
okay.
but you're an Eminem fan.
I'm a
so,
huge Eminem fan.
Yeah.
Who
and-
isn't? Yeah.
So who was the first artist that kind of just like took over your entire life? Because mine was Lil Wayne. So
Okay. Wow. Yes. For me, it was Eminem and Fifth.
Yeah,
15.
right.
Like I remember I got this CD of it was a pirated CD of In the Club and Wangster. Those are the two songs on it.
Yeah,
It was like the
man.
A side, B side.
Yeah.
And my sister was like source of getting new music. She's two years older than me. So we'd obviously watch MTV and all VH1 and all that stuff. But I remember her friend brought that CD over and for a whole weekend we just heard those two songs over and over. And it was like it was just so fresh. And I remember seeing Without Me on MTV and like looking at that video and being like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like it's not seeing that as your first hip hop music video is not a generic video. He's like dressed up as Superman and Batman and Robin, him and Dre.
Yeah.
And I just thought like it sounded so good.
Yeah.
Like on that song, melody wise, rap wise, he's so good.
He's
And it was
great.
just so vibrant. So
Yeah.
I think those are my entries where it's like 50 had this just like really crazy gangster vibe. The bling, the branding with G Unit was just so prominent.
Vest, everything, dude. Yeah.
The vest,
it's
like
good.
everything a part of that. And then Eminem's like wildness, like going back and forth from school, listening to Without Me, the whole Eminem Show album.
Yeah.
Learn like that taught me how to swear.
Yeah. Everyone. Yeah.
Me and my sister would just be like, singing, "You fucking bitch, I heard you." like cleaning out my closet was my like anthem,
So you're 12 years old. You're in Moscow. You're listening to Eminem 50.
Yeah.
And then what? Your dad comes to you and he's like, "Oh, I have a few jingles."
No.
So how does that happen?
I'm on a school bus.
Yeah.
And everyone's obsessed with 50, and by then like I'm listening to everything. Like Ja Rule. I'm listening Nelly. Whoever's hot at the time. Like Jay-Z's like a little bit more in the like he had huge hits and stuff, but like I guess 2003 Kanye starts to pop. You're hearing Jesus Walks and all these different songs. Ludacris Chris is like, you know, has a chokehold on the industry and
Yeah.
shit like that. So I'm in a school bus and we're on a school trip, and I can hear like 3 rows in front of me. These kids have recorded a rap song and they're playing it on their phone. And they're like, they've recorded on Fruity Loops or, you know, like back in the day, Acid Pro or one of these programs. And they're playing it for everyone, and everyone's like going crazy. And I'm like, I've never written a rap in my life. I'm like, yo, fuck these guys. Like, I'm gonna fuck them up on a song. And I don't never even written a song in my life. I used to play the guitar. I've written like songs, like very stupid love songs, like on the guitar, but nothing like a rap. On the way home from school that day, I wrote my first rap. And like, as soon as I put down the pen, I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. And like, that was kind of where, and then when I wanted to take it seriously, which was like the week after, I was like, my mom knew of an R&B singer. She was, my mom used to sell jewelry, and she used to sell Amrapali jewelry like from Jaipur in Russia and like overprice it for them. These Russian people.
Sindhi blood.
Yeah. you know. Oh, she's gonna love that I said that. But basically, she knew an R&B singer, and she's like, "Let me introduce you." And she kind of taught me how to, you know, what 16 bars are. You know, how to make a song. This is what a chorus is, because you know, obviously as a kid, you just, you know, I was reading lyrics off. You go as a kid, you're interested in lyrics. You're performing in front of a mirror, all that type of shit, like pretending you're 50 Cent, jumping in a bed, pretending you're jumping in the crowd, like all that shit. You know, like I was obsessed with that shit. And
Yeah, we were doing a bunch of research on you. You mentioned you were a shy kid.
Yeah,
in
very,
school,
very.
right? Did
Yeah,
hip hop give you that like initial burst of confidence to just be like, fuck you guys?
yeah,
This is who I am.
I think the first time I performed was when I expressed to my, you know, to my family, like, yo, like I'm rapping now, you know, and they were like, yo, so we have
Almost like a coming out story.
exactly.
Hey, guys.
Yo, I'm a rapper now. I identify as a rapper.
These bars,
So it was around Diwali time. So they're like, oh, we're doing a Diwali party at home. Why don't you perform? And I was like, fuck yeah, like I'm doing this shit, right?
Yeah.
And because my mom had like a lot of ties with the nightlife industry because of the jewelry thing, she's like, okay, if you want to perform, let's make it proper. So like she asked one of her like nightclub homies to bring a bunch of like models, you know, like the typical models.
Shit, no
Shit.
way, dude.
So like there's like 4 tall Russian models and me in the middle. And like I think there's another video of me online in the same
Oh,
kind
we
of
gotta
setup.
see this, man.
And I was performing over Drop It Like It's Hot, the instrumental, and I made a song called Making G's. And even like I'm talking about like me being better than Marshall Mathers. Like I'm saying like a bunch of dumb shit. But yeah, that was like my first song, like me rapping over Drop It Like It's Hot, Snoop Dogg's Drop It
I
Like
think when you have the models surrounded was when you were like, oh, I want to take rap seriously now.
Fuck yeah. and honestly, like I was really shy, but then as soon as I started rapping and I was like in that zone, people like my whole family and my family friends were like, who the fuck is this kid? Like, you know, like that. So I think I found comfort on stage.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I'm in my own head, like when I'm not in that zone. But when I'm on stage, like I feel in control. And I feel like even when I've had like 2 people in the audience in London, when I was just doing pub shows with a guitarist, I was still being able to be like, yo, like how you doing? Like, you know, like, and not feel like, you know, like I'm in an embarrassed mode. Like I'm here to do what I want to do. And this is like where I belong. And, you know, I feel proud of it regardless of how many people. Like I love having a big crowd, obviously. I think you can also relate to that.
Yeah, of course.
And I used to complain as a kid, like, yo, I don't have enough people in the crowd, so this is not my shit, you know, like, and my mom used to manage me as well, like, you know, she was my momager, you know, she used to, I used to be like, no, like, you know, she would try as hard as she can in terms of like, okay, I think we should just like go and visit these clubs and be like, yo, we want to do a show, we'll do it for free, all that stuff. But then in Russia, I'm like a Indian kid in Russia doing English rap in a Russian nightclub, right? And I'm 13 or 14 years old, right? Luckily, Russia is like a little lenient in terms of legal age and stuff. So I would still perform there, but it would just it would be like a gimmick. It would be like a gimmick. It would be a gimmick for Russians to be like, who's this Indian kid running around? And my voice was like, yo, what up, man? You know, it was really high. So I think in general, I got the tough performance. Prachi's laughing ass off right now.
Wait, do you have any videos of this?
Yeah, I do.
Can you send it to us? Can you?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, awesome.
Play the video right now. But I think even in London, when I was in university, I used to just go on, like Craigslist and all these. You would get all these ads for, gigs, open mic nights and shit. I would just apply to every single one while I was in university because I was studying audio engineering. So it was like super nerdy. Like you had to learn physics while you were like learning, just before getting to even touch a desk or anything, you have to learn all these, like sound waves and all that shit. So I was doing all these gigs and there would be no one in the crowd. It was mostly doing covers, guitars and shit. So I think I've been through enough of no crowd and everything. And even when I came here, I had to face that as well. But that shit makes you tough, and like it trains you to know what to say, how to handle it, how to handle the moments after, and like you've invited all these friends and now you gotta like face them and be like, yeah, it's a slow night, or
Dude,
whatever. Like
a lot of people say that, like when you bomb on stage is when you learn the most. I honestly learned the most when I bombed, but then I went back and I saw someone else kill. And I was like, what did they do different right now that I didn't do?
Totally agree.
So when you're in that environment, like even when I was in New York, I would do open mics every single week.
Yeah.
Just to get the reps in of like, okay, I want to see what this guy is doing right.
100%.
As opposed to what I'm doing wrong. Because
I think also a lot of rappers mistake the fact that, I'm on stage and people are here for me. Like people who want to go out on a Friday night to a car social or whatever, Numa or any of these places, they want to go get drunk, right? They want to go enjoy themselves. So you can't look at yourself first as a rapper on stage. You have to look at yourself as an entertainer. Like always look at yourself like an MC. The reason why like old school hip hop, I mean like the old heads hate on the new kids because they don't really understand what an MC is.
Yeah.
An MC is someone who commands the crowd and like, guides the crowd on how to have a good time.
Yeah.
So the first thing, as if you're holding a mic, is knowing how to do that. And I love like new guys like Sumayoki who like he'll do it in his new Gen Z type of way and talk about his relationships, and he'll be like, who's been here in a toxic relationship, throw your hands up and like just funny shit like that. That's emceeing, but just in your own way. Like you're not gonna do the old school way of say hell yeah. Like I still do that because I'm like an old head, but I think commanding the crowd first is what I think all the younger rappers should learn first. Like people are not really, if they want to go really listen to your music and discover your music, they're gonna do it on Spotify or YouTube or whatever.
Of course.
No one goes to car social and be like, oh shit, this song, yo, these bars.
I need the crowd.
These bars. Yeah. I need to break down these bars right now. Yeah.
So you mentioned something earlier in the podcast where you said the Indian rap scene was like the 80s and the 90s right now. Where do you think you guys are right now? Like what do you guys have to do next?
I think there's so much. It's great that everyone's being innovative. Everyone's doing different things. Like I think things like this is all necessary to push the culture forward. Like not just the music. Like hip hop in the US is like, even the term hip hop in the US right now, like they were celebrating hip hop 50, right? So guys like Hot 97 and Breakfast Club, they're really celebrating.
Yeah, it's
like
an industry. It's not just the artist. It's the entire industry.
It's a whole ecosystem, right? Yeah. We don't have that yet, and it's slowly coming. We don't have the personalities around hip hop who like, we don't have Charlamagne the God and all that stuff, right? Or
we need an academics as well.
All those guys, right? Yeah. We don't have all those guys yet. Yeah. It's slowly happening, but I think it's about the guys who have the most power and the most voice to educate in the right way. Because at the end of the day, this is not our direct culture. We're taking this culture, which is not ours, first of all, and doing it in our own way. But we got to respect that as well, right? Like there's kind of certain guidelines and things like that. Like even the fact that a lot of kids in our culture won't be educated on the N-word. You know what I mean? Like just little things like that. So I think that also over time, the right people and everyone who's big today, almost 95% of them come from the age of listening to hip hop, and they know their shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so what is something you would tell the younger generation who is just coming up? They want to be artists. They want to be rappers. What would you tell them?
Just like really, really do your homework and respect the culture. Like don't just do it because you see the next man doing it, making money, and you want to look cool and have all that lifestyle. Like you don't know what comes with the lifestyle. You don't know what comes when the camera turns off and all the grind and stuff. Like people message us. I'm sure you get messages all the time from younger rappers. I'm not getting a platform and shit. Make a fucking platform for yourself. Like kudos to you to fucking, make your own, podcast and all that shit. Like that gives you an extra space to go talk your shit. Like as a personality and also as a musician, you need that kind of drive to, scream from the rooftop. Yeah. Like it's not just, oh, I'm putting up a video today on YouTube and putting out my song on Spotify and that's it. How much other shit do we do?
You gotta like put in the effort so that even the audience is like, okay, this guy genuinely cares about what he's put out. Let me go check it out.
100%.
They don't owe you anything.
I think it goes back to what you said as well. It's like you can't look at yourself as like the be all end all of, you know, being an artist. Like people are here to be entertained.
Yeah.
So if you're not entertaining them and you're just dropping silently on Spotify, on YouTube, and
No.
nobody knows you've dropped, even if
No.
it's the best song in the world, if there's no like thought process, marketing behind it, I mean, no one's gonna know who you are. You know what I
I
mean?
think even just intent, like what value are you adding to other people's lives, right? Like Instagram and stuff. Like even when I'm sure like people who work in marketing agencies who are just they look at a product like let's say a Pursue or whatever, right? And they're saying, okay, this is a
Bango product.
It's
Yep.
a great product. It's low calorie, gluten free. I love the packaging because it just feels like very like different from what you get like at the store or whatever. It looks really nice, so look at that free brand.
Thank you.
Drop my email and send me a little. But I'm saying in general, you should always see yourself as a brand first.
Yeah.
Don't just see yourself as I'm a rapper and I'm just putting words together. Like your voice is so strong. When people believe in your voice, then all these brands are gonna believe in your voice to to promote their likeness and all that stuff.
Yeah, you gotta be a little bit of a businessman because you
100%.
can't really hide behind that. Like I'm an artist. I don't really want to market my shit because once again, if nobody knows who you are, nobody's gonna listen to your music.
Yo,
So-
if you just want to make music and just like be the like most technical guy and just like like you already think that your music is better than everyone's, then just do it in your own room, play it for your people, put it wherever you want to. Don't say, oh no, like don't blame the industry. It's actually you, like don't hate the game, hate the player, right? Whatever.
I think that's that.
It's the other way, right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Sorry.
No, it's don't hate the game.
It works both ways.
No, so one thing that you said, it really stuck with me was this is a culture that we've borrowed from the US, but we do it our way. What is the thing of the Indian way? Like what stands out in
The language, right?
Indian
It's the
way?
language, the slang, the fact that, someone like Divine who's used things like scene kya hai, like all these little things that we use in our daily language, or, it's so Bombay, or someone like The Evil will, shoot a video in a rickshaw drinking tea, or just like super like relatable to your city and your, what people feel, like, I mean, throwing out your pin code and stuff is like, it's such a, in the US, you do that. Area codes are thrown out all the time, right? So like, I got my 4005.
I was gonna say it's like
Come on.
that's 3 digits and you'll be like 4000002.
4005.
Okay, that's way better than mine.
It's sexier. Trust me, I thought about that. I was like, how do I shout this shit out?
You can do the 000 for all of them mostly,
Yeah,
bro.
no, that's what I was just thinking. That's a
but
loophole.
50 means police.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I think that's so true. I think it's like the voice, it's the story of the
Yeah.
city.
100%.
And going off that, actually, firstly, I want to say shout out Sai Bhaji. That's my comfort food.
Yeah.
So, no Sai
I
Bhaji
love
here.
Took. I love it.
Yeah.
Took is my shit.
But also, one thing I noticed doing research, even hearing you talking about it now, is you're like
Props to you guys for doing research, yo. Like that's good on you. Good on
like
you.
you're a hip hop nerd, man. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
love hip hop. Like
I love that
even hearing you talk about like KRS-One and performing for him, or
Yeah.
a Tribe Called Quest, or all of these guys. So I think you're the best person to ask this. The Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Oh shit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're asking mine?
Yeah.
No, I mean I wouldn't even put. You know what?
you wouldn't,
You know what the
dude?
thing
Oh,
is?
man.
I think it's about impact, right? Because 50 has done a lot for the culture, but you have to be more specific with that. I would say Mount Rushmore of rap.
No, just maybe his personally or just
No,
all time?
because hip hop is one thing, right? Okay, fine. You want me to do hip hop?
Yeah.
Do hip-hop,
I mean,
yeah.
do-
As a culture,
do
as a
both.
culture, as a culture.
Yeah.
Because when it was like top 5 MCs are lyricists is a totally different thing.
No,
That's
no.
why.
I'm saying, like,
Hip-hop,
overall,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would say Jay-Z for sure.
Yes, agree.
Kanye, 1,000. Bro, that little side eye right there. That little side eye right there.
Hey, man.
Make him a Kanye tattoo.
You have a Kanye tattoo?
No, I like the tattoo, but I also like the Jews. Anyway,
We gotta cut that out, yeah.
What did
He also like the Jews.
Oh, write it as juice on the and put world out.
I love Kanye. I'm fucking done.
No. I think in terms of hip hop culture,
Yeah.
Of course,
he
I
deserves
agree.
to be there.
He does.
Eminem, of course.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Just
Yeah.
based on impact basis.
Who's getting the last spot?
Oh, it's four, right?
Oh,
Gotta
What's
be-
that
yeah.
Drake
Fuck.
Bob?
Gotta be
Mount
Lil Wayne.
Rushmore is just me with 4 different expressions.
I would say Drake because you have to give someone from the guy's been active for like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
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 And in the sense that, you know, you only really understand a legend when they die, right?
Yeah.
So I think, like, I know when Kanye dies, we're gonna fucking, the world will flip. The world will fucking flip, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I picked Jay-Z is obviously business head and a lyricist and like a pioneer of this fucking,
Yeah,
you know.
you gotta include Jay-Z.
I agree.
Even lyricism wise, like, you can't even include Biggie or Pac in this because
That was my question.
nah, I'm the biggest Biggie fan. I'm the biggest Biggie fan. Like, drop any song right now and I'll fucking rap that shit. Like, but the thing is, unfortunately, because of the timing and they've not been able to actually
there's
have
no
a full
longevity.
career.
Yeah.
Like, they've inspired so many, and what he did at like 24, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, in those few years being active is insane, right? So I think the last person I would put would be Drake because I think what he's done, even in terms of not just lyricism, like just legacy wise, he's done so much. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I think that would be my four as well.
Yeah.
And I know I was clowning on Kanye, but even
Yeah.
with like the fashion and the production, and
everything. Yeah.
it's sort of you can't not have him
Even
there.
before him stepping in as a rapper, he did so much as a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that also needs to be said. Like if I had to throw in another producer, it would be someone like Dre, who's just.
Oh,
yeah.
But then also Dr. Dre has also been a little bit inactive, you know, in his career as well. So
Yeah.
I
If I had
think-
to put someone, I'd sneak Lil Wayne in there somehow. Like maybe in place of Eminem.
no, but then
because
he's also
if we're getting Drake on
But
there, I
he's
mean,
not
you
been
know, Lil
consistent
Wayne
either. He's-
Lil Wayne was consistent for a really long time,
Bro.
He just hasn't been consistent lately, you know.
But then that's the thing, right? Kanye is still consistent lately.
Your four is my four, I think. Yeah.
No.
And going off that,
I love Wheezy. Like I love Wheezy. Like early on,
I credit him with all of the success Drake has had, bro.
100%.
Wait, Eminem's not consistent.
he was.
bro.
Dude, his last 2 albums sucked.
Hold on.
Yo,
hold on.
wait, that's true.
That's not true.
I mean, if
You
we're
know
talking
what it is?
sheer
You know
impact,
what it
I think
is?
Lil Wayne has had more impact
Then
on the game than Eminem.
No.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
Look at all the lyrics
With
out there
M,
right now, bro.
with M, right? If you go from a technical standpoint, we can't even touch that.
Yes, thank you.
But the thing is,
Was his
the
last
way-
album good?
I like to.
So did
I
I,
like the
dude.
ones with Ed Sheeran, and I love, dude.
Yeah, because all the best albums are when you like 2 songs.
no.
That is Lil Wayne over Eminem.
The way
No, man.
he's rapping still right now is not as digestible because we love our Migos, recipes to take off. We love our
R.I.P., man.
Lil Baby. We love all types of stuff, right? Like we are not trying to. Our generation today listens to music in the car, in the clubs, on our phones, right? We're not constantly.
I would say for the last 2 years, my top albums have been the Nas album. So King's Disease 3, right?
Oh, King's Disease, the first one.
Yeah.
Got me through some tough times. That's a fucking beautiful album, and I'm so glad he won a fucking Grammy for that. Of
course.
His first Grammy was for an album he made 30 years at 27 summers, right? 27
Exactly,
summers
yeah.
after he started his fucking
That's
career,
crazy.
which is that's fucking
That's longevity right
consistency
there, yeah.
and longevity. That's a fucking Why didn't I not fucking put Nas in there,
Yeah.
bro?
I would literally switch M for Nas. Yeah.
Eminem is the most expendable, I think, of that bunch.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes.
I will take out Drake.
Yeah.
I will take out Drake.
No.
I was, no. The only reason I put Drake in there was because from a standpoint of, but you know why I still want to keep Drake in there? Because all 4 of them that I mentioned already, they've done something a little bit different in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Dude, Nas is still like the GOAT, but he's every rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Like he's that guy. And unfortunately, I think everyone knows that when you're just that rapper,
Yeah.
and he's not really conformed like the other guys. The other guys have definitely I wouldn't say sold out.
Sure,
but
sure.
They've conformed. Conformed is the right word. Like, come on, some of the Eminem, Rihanna records, come on. Like,
I mean, hits.
Oh, I mean,
The hits.
come
the
on
hits.
now.
Come on.
Yeah,
You're
but-
picking the wrong ones, bro. say the one with Jesse Reyes or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm so glad that you're here because they just clown on Eminem, bro.
I think I'm saying too much right now.
No, but-
Pursue.
You know what? It's the perfect time to get into what we ask all of our guests, which is,
Yeah.
what is your most controversial opinion? Preferably in your field, doesn't have to be, but go for it.
Controversial opinion. Which Bastion is better? Worley or Bandra? No. In Desi hip hop or just, I think maybe that this whole shit is rigged. Like this
You literally just said if you're not making it happen, it's on you.
No,
but
no.
it's fully rigged.
Right now, it's
You mean-
rigged.
I think
It's
you mean
fucking
like plays and stuff. Like who gets the
it is
attention?
so rigged right now. Like I think this is not me saying this as an independent artist now, because even Gully Gang it's an independent label, guys. It's not it doesn't have a major label deal. It's rigged in the sense that the major labels have actual stake in all the
of course, in the streaming platforms.
streaming platforms. So
in Spotify.
It's common knowledge. It's common knowledge, and it sucks to be, sucks to know that your song will not do well if it's not placed on the right playlist.
Sure.
Because your Instagram reach will go so far. If you get famous people to get your shit, shared and stuff, that's not gonna result in a lot of streams and stuff. And you paying for ads and stuff is not going to sustain you as an artist, because you're not going to recoup that money in any way besides shows or whatever, but it's not going to actually turn streams into fans, So I think it's rigged in that way. If you're looking to sell to a record label just to get some money, and okay, you think it's a good move just for the association, because I've worked with all the big labels before. Damn, I'm really dropping some real gems right here, but I'm saying like I've worked with all the labels before even Gully Gang, and I think those guys will not. A label is a business before even in terms of how they work B2B, right? Like it's not just B2C. It's when they work with a smaller artist, they'll happily put out your song if it's good, but they'll also charge you a marketing fee. It's not their job to market your shit. They have a YouTube channel, they can drop it and not give a fuck about it and let it die on the channel. There's look at the top 3 big Indian label. I won't say the names, but they're just out there. You know what it is. There's 10, 12 videos dropping a day on those channels, right?
Yeah.
Probably maybe 1 out of the week or 3 out of the week are movie related, or 4 out of the week are movie related. And then the rest are, like some big Indian Bollywood artists, and some maybe random content that they've just been given or whatever like that. Only the Bollywood stuff will really get put on the front page and all that other stuff. So even B2B wise, like within the industry, these labels will charge you crazy money, which you will never recoup, like in terms of streams. And also if you do any label deal, they're going to take all your publishing, take all your masters, and you don't own anything. So all you have to show for it is, wow, I put out a song with X label and
it got like a certain amount of views,
and people don't realize this. You putting your song on a big channel doesn't mean shit, because that subscriber base is not your fans.
Yeah.
Even if it was even if it was like, let's say you dropped on Gully Gang's channel today, right?
Sure.
Those fans will have a hard time, digesting your music. And it happened to me all the time, because I primarily rap in English, right?
Yeah.
So I would get comments saying, "Oh, why is he not rapping in Hindi or whatever?" So it's normal. It's just that's not the right audience for you.
Yeah.
And as any artist listening, you should be building your own channel. You don't need to shoot 3 lakh videos, 3 lakh worth videos and 10 lakh videos. Go shoot a video with fucking 5K. Go shoot a video not spending any money. Use whatever camera you have right now. If you're watching this, you have a fucking smartphone, right?
Yeah.
Use that phone to fucking shoot a video. And trust me, like reels, the best reels today work when it's like not heavily edited and it's just you in front of the camera talking or whatever like that. Or you in front of the camera rapping. Though that shit goes further. If you can take it with your raw talent, and I think because we're kind of in this visual age where you're forced to show that, oh, I'm doing well in this way. I've got this show, I've got that show. I think just focus on yourself, build your community. Like actually think of your fans as a community. You're nurturing and building that community every day. You're speaking to them every day, and you're not worried about this external shit. Like everyone thinks like, okay, the industry is you posting on Instagram or posting on YouTube. There's no like specific thing that, oh, I'm in the industry because I signed this contract or whatever. Yeah, it's rigged. Maybe I'm just ranting in different directions right now.
I think I've been independent ever since I started making music, and I've been vocally very, very critical of labels, major labels, and artists at my level who are signing with them, because we're setting bad precedent with price setting. Because if you accept an offer that's low, the entire industry has to accept that same offer. Second, if you accept that offer at the scale of 100% publishing, 100% master, that's all they're gonna offer us as well. My entire goal with this show was always to just bring on artists and make them literally be what you just did, vulnerable, and share their story. And if all of our fans fuck with you, they will go and listen to the album. That's all that we can kind of do as someone who is platforming another person.
For sure. Respect.
I don't know if you know this, but I recently started a label of my own, and Deshaun's project was our first release.
Sick. Congrats.
Yes. Thank you, man.
Deshaun, man. He's
Shout out Deshaun, yeah.
Great artist. Great artist.
The whole idea of this label is to eventually have different podcasts under our belt, have different artists under our belt, and cross promote on these platforms that we're curating a community for ourselves.
You kind of create that industry.
That is
That we
what
were
you
talking
spoke about.
Exactly.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I've found that lacking so much, and especially as someone who is an English artist like you as well, I know that frustration, man. Where the country wants something different from you, but hey, maybe I'm also looking to take Indian hip hop global.
Yeah. 100%.
I want to be played in the UK, US, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Good controversial opinion.
Yeah.
That's all. I got lost for like a second. That was great. That was great.
I think I went too much. Can I round it off?
Yeah,
Is that
awesome.
cool?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
cool?
yeah.
I would just say, like, I think every few years, like the controversial opinion or like the hard thing to overcome in the industry, it changes, right? It changes with the guard changes or whatever, right? So I think this whole playlist problem and all that stuff, it will change soon because I'm sure you've seen it too. There's a lot of artists being vocal about this thing.
Yeah.
About the fact that the market share that these labels have makes it very hard for an independent artist to eat or just to grow. Forget eat. Just to grow on these platforms is a tough thing, and I think it'll happen with the power of the artist, and I think whoever's watching this, if you're an independent artist, don't let numbers and don't let all this shit discourage you. Put out your art. It's part of your journey. And every time you put out a song, whether it's one person who joins along to your community, cherish that and nurture it, and it will take you places. Like today, I'm super grateful to even be having the fact that you guys, I walked in and you were talking to me about songs and stuff. I still have imposter syndrome about like the fact that people are digesting my songs like that. Like, because I'm sure you even remember when people wouldn't listen to your shit, right? Like,
course, man.
it's that feeling. So don't be discouraged by it. Just be consistent about it and don't lose hope. Like, you have to kind of be your biggest believer and let all this shit will work. The universe will find a way to slap these motherfuckers around.
All right, with that said, let's get into a more fun segment. Okay,
Yes.
so this is something called Burp or Slurp.
Woo!
Basically, we're gonna ask you a controversial question. If you choose to answer,
Another one. Yeah.
if you choose to answer,
Yeah.
we take a shot. Like everyone else in the room takes a shot.
I'm answering. Let's go.
If you do not answer, you're taking a shot. Now,
These
in
are
the
some
past,
controversial shit, right?
in the past, we've played this with one other person, and we got like their childhood worst drink imaginable, which was like a veggie juice.
Oh.
For you, we've gotten maybe a fond memory from your childhood, vodka shots. so
Russia.
Silver bowl.
Damn.
yeah.
Shit, wow. Okay, cool.
So why did
Respect. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Respect.
why don't Aman and Sid go first with their questions, and then
Actually, before this, I want to say most people, when we ask controversial opinion, are like, "Oh, I eat jam with eggs," or "Oh, I don't like ketchup." So it was a breath of fresh air to hear something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That was a great controversial opinion, man.
Appreciate it.
okay, Sid, what's the question?
All right. You're quite confident of answering all the questions. Let's see how that goes, man. But
Yeah.
all right. So according to you, in the Indian music scene, who is the most overrated artist?
You don't have to answer. You can do the shot.
If you do answer, all of us.
Wait. But I'm gonna answer this. I think
So wait, hold on. Before
in
you,
the Indian hip hop scene or just Indian music scene.
no, Indian, you can pick, Sid. It's your
Let's
question.
say Indian music. I'll make it slightly
Indian
easier
music.
for you.
Okay, yeah. Then I would say not to diss anyone. Like a Neha Kakkar. Why? Because she's on every song, right? Like when you're on every song, Neha
Literally,
Kakkar.
none of us know her, so she's probably not rated, bro.
Are you being? You guys know who Neha Kakkar is, right? Come on, guys. The guys.
What,
the
you do?
camera know it. Yo, guys.
Shut up. Name one song.
Dude, she's
Literally every fucking song. Every fucking song.
every
You know who that is?
Yeah, of course, dude. Every
yeah,
Bollywood
Dude,
song.
every Bollywood song is any Punjabi song is hers.
Okay,
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna change my thing. No,
Okay, yeah. Do that.
That was too easy. Yeah.
Do
We got
that.
a 2 for 1.
Indian hip hop scene. Oh fuck. I don't want to. No, wait.
Yeah, your PR person is telling you to take the shot. You might as well take the
Let me
shot.
say this. I will take the shot, but I will say it in a nice way. Overrated in my own brain, myself, because I really love myself. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shall I ask him a simpler question?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe something you.
Like don't ever underrate yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'll ask my question while they pour you a shot.
Shit,
What
that's
is
some nasty ass podcast?
what is the most you've charged or
Yo,
paid?
what the fuck?
No. Charged or paid? I'm giving you an out.
Okay.
Charged or paid for a feature.
Charged or paid for a feature? Yo, but this is not right, guys. This is not right. Paid. Okay, paid.
You can also do a shot if you don't want.
paid.
You can do
when I was like 18, when I was in the US, I was shooting a video over there. Someone I knew from Russia was a video director. He was studying in New York Film Academy. So he's like, come here. We got all the equipment sorted and stuff. We can just shoot under the Brooklyn Bridge, all that shit. So while I was there, I was shopping in New York, and we bumped into some rappers at a shoe store, and they happened to be signed to Rick Ross. There's a group called Triple C's. One of them was called Torch, and I have a song. It's somewhere on MySpace or some shit. And I think I paid around $2,000 for that.
For a feature?
For a feature, yeah.
When you were 18.
But, I mean, yeah, but see, that's like 2010. This Rick Ross was the man back then.
Yeah, of
Dude,
course,
yeah,
of
Rick
course.
Ross.
Rick Ross,
the man, bro.
Lil Wayne, like Miami was
Yeah.
like Drake was just popping off
Yeah.
then. So it was Triple C's. If you go search them, they had some huge songs back in the day, and yeah, it was an experience. You know what I mean? It was.
Okay, well, he answered the question.
yeah.
So cheers,
Cheers,
boys.
cheers.
Rachi's on our team or your team?
Our team.
Yeah.
Our team, right? Okay.
She did a shot with us.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay, Jay,
Remind me to
bring us back, bro.
block my mom from my story when I post this podcast. Sorry.
That's
Yo, bro.
yeah. I told you, bro. That's what I was saying.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the most fun I've had on a podcast.
Let's go.
So big up to you guys.
Jay, why don't you ask your question while they point?
Okay. Who has been the most frustrating artist for you to work with?
Oof.
Oh, dude.
Frustrating artist to work with. Fuck, you guys are really.
Make this a reel and tag them.
You know what I'll say? I don't think he'll.
You can't say yourself.
No. I know I'm a Gemini, but I'm not gonna talk about myself in third person. Like, I don't think he's gonna mind. What you talking about, Ro? Anyways, I will say frustrating in a way. He won't mind this because I think he's a G when it comes to pushing people to their to their
He's going to
limit.
say he's such a perfectionist. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Cop
Not
out.
perfectionist.
Cop out.
Raftar
Yeah.
Okay.
is someone who will make you rewrite your shit.
Oh, really? Wow.
You know, for a lot of rappers, you ask them to rewrite a thing, and like if you ask a rapper, oh, I think you can do better in this verse. Like you hear stories of Kanye telling Pusha T, yo, you can do better, or he's told Rick Ross on Devil in a New Dress to rewrite his verse and shit. Like these are the type of things that push an artist to perfection. And like even you hear stories of Michael Jackson like saying, nah, this melody is not good enough. This melody is not good enough. 50 Cent used to write 10 different hooks and then choose the best one. So when you have someone who pushes you to your, to your limits and you strive for greatness, which normally, like I have a thing, like I put on a beat. If I don't like it in the next like 30 seconds, I'm going to the next one. If I like it, I take 15 minutes. If I don't have a hook in 15 minutes, I go to the next one. It's like, that's my like go-to process. But once in a while, when you push yourself and you strive for greatness, you'll find some different shit. So Raf has made me rewrite some shit. And sometimes the kind of lazy me of like comfortable with my process has like, oh man, like why I gotta do this? But actually it's made me become a better songwriter. It's made me become, so I would say, yeah, it's frustrating to like the lazy songwriter in me. But at the same time, when you're like, oh fuck, this shit sounds so much better than I thought it would, or I would have never thought about it this way if I didn't try 7 times or 3 times, or we didn't spend 2 days just on one fucking verse or one fucking, bridge or whatever. So I think the guys who are the most frustrating to the guys who are just passive about these things, those are the real ones. So get some frustrating people in your life. I'm gonna take the shot because I love Raf.
Okay, wait. Before you do a shot, can you please get me a pursue? I need like a chaser, bro. I can't do this shit.
You asked him to pour that much.
Doing it like let me do it with a pursue.
No, for sure, bro. Nobody's gonna say no, dude.
Yo, and all
I
the
can smell
fucking
it from
Desi
here,
hip hop
bro.
pages, don't take that shit and twist it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we'll take it and twist it.
Oh, Aman.
Oh, you got a banger
Shit,
flavor, bro. What the fuck? Yo, take this, bro.
Sauce me
You
up
like
with
this
that
one?
one.
It's open.
I'll join you in that actually. I'll have a couple sips.
Yo, guys, there was
Aman.
no chasers involved when I did this shit. Come on.
Okay.
I'm gonna have this shot with you as well.
Badass shot, dude.
Okay, fine.
Mine was a fat
Shows.
shot. Mine was a fat
Shows.
shot. Cheers. We're not fat shaming
This
these
is Stu
shots,
Raftar.
guys.
Why don't you do this shot with us, Stu Raftar?
Stu Raftar.
Yeah.
Big up. Y'all should get Raftar on this. Can
you connect us? That would be awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, what's the last question, Aman?
Shit, I'll be honest. I initially had like an easy question because I thought you wouldn't answer the other ones. But now I've done 2 fat shots, so I don't think I'm going to try and give you an easy one. So straight up, you're a rapper.
Yeah.
You've lived the life. You know what I'm saying? You've done some shit. What's the wildest thing you've done? And don't give us some like whack story. If we don't think it's that wild, you do the shot anyway.
The wildest thing I've done.
Anything, the wildest thing you've seen, whatever it is, bro. Like what is
Done.
done? Yeah, okay. And don't, if it's not wild enough, we'll make you do the shot. So don't fuck with us.
I'm trying to think in what fucking thing.
I don't know. It's
I killed someone. No. Yo. I killed someone on the way here. No. Wild is like, that's such a, come on, man. We Banter Boys do a lot of wild shit. No, I mean, I'm trying to think which point in my life to go to like dig through a memory. Like, give me a sector in your life, like, like in that way.
The initial question was,
Yeah.
because I did so much research, I knew that you do like writing camps. A few times a year,
Got it.
And so, and I know you take like your artist friends with you. And I was gonna say, what goes down there? Like, peel back the curtain. What's a wild thing? And that would be like, oh, we've made you do so many shots, so we'll do a shot on this one. But now you've made us do so many shots, so like, give us something crazier.
Fuck, man. I'm trying to think, man.
I have one that I know he won't answer.
Go for it, bro. Go for it. Give me a direction to go in. That's why.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The highest booking fee you've gotten paid.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we'll fill that out for you.
Not enough. Not enough. Rashi's like, okay.
Dude, I could spell that from
She's working on it. She's working on it. No, fuck, man. Give me another one. I will take it. I'm happy to take it, but I want to also answer a question for you guys as well. That's what
I think that was a really good question because that's
the wildest shit. Okay, so
no, about the writing camps.
Yeah.
That was something that we discussed.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the desert and stuff or like?
No, not that.
I'm imagining something completely different.
No, it's normally just taking a villa or something like that. Okay, you know what? Actually, this popped up in my head, but like this is just a stupid story. So I've had a few, so I'm just gonna say it. Right? So this is I think our 3rd writing camp for Gully Gang, and we're in Goa, and we're all there. And in the day we're working and stuff. And I think JD or Shezi had a show at Sorrow in Goa, which is like the hip hop night on Thursdays. And we're all.
You guys feel like Drake when he's doing like these? Yeah, JD had a show in Sorrow. I was like, who the fuck is JD, bro?
I feel that Sorrow as well. Like, yeah.
JD with the dreadlocks. JD with the dreadlocks. JD Gully Gang. Yeah. Shout out JD. Shot by JD. Yeah.
Hey,
So
shout out the
visuals
dude
by
who
JD.
interviewed you as
Yes.
well, man. What's his name? What?
Tony.
Oh, yeah, Stony Psycho.
Stony
Shout out
Psycho.
Stony Psycho, bro.
Dude, shout out,
That's
man.
the
I
real
had
one.
So much fun watching that podcast.
Yeah. Yo, he's a real one.
I love
He's
that
the
dude, bro.
fucking OG. Like you all should get him on here.
Yeah,
He's a real
Okay,
one.
so JD was at Sorrow.
JD, we were all there. We're all chilling over there, and yo, like you know, I'm a hip hop nerd. I'm vibing. I'm chilling. Some of the younger guys, they go back to the hotel, and I don't realize it, but like the club is emptying out. And it's like at the end it's me, JD, and a few other friends, and I'm like, oh shit, everyone left me. And it's Goa, right? You don't have like cars, like not everyone has a car, or like taxis are not available like that. So JD and his friends are gonna go party somewhere else to like a techno scene, and I'm like, yo, I ain't about that techno life. I'm not. Do you like that techno?
No.
Exactly. So that's
You gonna ball room tomorrow as well?
I'm going to go scope out the competition.
the competition of the ladies. Anyways, I realized like, yo, how do I get back to the fucking hotel? And apparently Proof is already like guilt tripping some of the younger guys. Yo, how can you leave Shah at the club like that? Like, what the fuck? So Proof is on his way on a bike. So I get on the bike, I go back, and they're all chilling in one room. And I'm pretty gone at this point. So I walk into the room, they're just chilling, and I'm like, yo guys, what is this shit? We're here to party. Like, we made some bangers today. Like, what the fuck? If we're not making music, we're gonna have fun. And they're like, nah, man, we're good, or something. So I'm like, yo, listen, if one person jumps in the fucking pool right now, we're all fucking going and we're turning up and shit like that. And everyone goes. And we're just, bro, we were all like fucking drunk as shit. We had a fucking. I mean, I'm saying too much.
No.
Look at me knocking the mic over. No, I would just bleep all that other shit out. We should take this so I stop spilling it. Cheers. But we had a good time, and I think songwriting camps are great when you have fun as well, plus make music. Because if it's just you're in there like. I need to work on this song. It's not the same. Like the whole point of us going to songwriting camps is creating a vibe.
Yeah.
Which we wouldn't have in Mumbai. You know, like me leaving away from you. You recorded at your home.
Yeah.
So I made my whole album. All my shit has been next to my bed. Like I need to get away tomorrow. I'm going to Karjat, staying for a few days. You didn't even know that. What kind of fucking I'm joking. It's a joke. I know. Now I'm like, I love going to like just booking a hotel somewhere, taking my mic and just making songs. So with Gigi, it's always been a vibe. Like it's always been like, you know, some guys play cricket, some will go for fish thali or seafood thali in Goa. That's how we made Vibe. We went for seafood thali and then we made Vibe in 15 minutes. Like, it was like the right inspiration is needed from the right places. But it's always just fun. Like, you know, that villa that we were staying in, every room had a small little pool. So one day we're just chilling there. We're all jumping in the pool, listening to songs, making fun of each other's lyrics and doing dumb shit. I remember this is a funny ass story, but these guys will like hate me for saying this. So the last thing I say before we take the shot.
Okay.
There's the line, right? In 359 where it goes, fuck, you guys gotta pull this up for me. I don't want to fuck this up. Where it basically says divine pani pichal, right? Where he says, God told me to walk on water, right? Mm-hmm. And during that line, I remember one of the guys took like a chair in the water and Samohit, one of these rappers, is walking on water. And we have a video of this, of it. 3 guys pushing a rapper on a chair. It's more funny in the moment, guys. But
you also send that video to Aryan.
I'm gonna try. But the fact that guys, be very careful on the edit right now. I'm an editor as well, so I'd love to edit this podcast free of charge. But yeah, that's a funny story. And
all right, we'll you know what? We'll chug the rest of our pursuit with you. Cheers.
I'm gonna chug that off.
I'm thinking like where you gonna? This is gonna be somewhere in the end, right? So
we can do a highlights
watch
reel.
the first 20 minutes. No, that's gonna get you the view anyway.
Finally,
Rahul. Yeah.
We asked you to bring an empty shelf item before you leave us.
Yes.
Do you have anything for us?
I'm excited, man.
I do. Can I? Is my bag over there? Yeah. So when she told me this, I was like, fuck, man, what do I bring? And I was like, I'm going to bring you guys like an empty tequila bottle and make some story about how I made the greatest album. But no, I was looking through just before leaving, I was looking through my desk and I was like, is there anything that I don't use?
Oh, so thanks for putting in so much effort.
No. That means a lot to me, right? Like I'm a hoarder. I'm not going to lie. I hoard a lot of shit.
Me too, man.
But this is my iLock from when I started audio engineering. It doesn't work anymore. So you can access my plugins and shit. But so in SAE where I studied, it was you had to learn Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton, everything. So this is for Pro Tools, and that's where I kind of learned like the audio engineering side of my shit. Like I'm a nerd when it comes to vocals and shit, and this is like kind of a memory.
That's so cool, bro.
This is a memory
so
of.
Much, dude.
Thank you so much.
Dope, dude. Yeah.
Sick empty shelf item, man.
Big up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being on the pod, Rahul.
You guys.
Of course, his album "Call You Right Back," I'm in therapy, is out now.
Yes,
it's going to be linked in the description, and it's going to pop up here for you guys to click on. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Having Said That show.
Cheaper by the dozen, hate 'em or you love 'em. If you make me feel away, then I might switch up for your cousin. Keep one in the dark and I'll keep 10 more in the oven. If you wanna stop, we can try, it's cheaper.